Hey everyone, I was asked to do a quick video on my dysphoria because I don't talk about it very much, and I guess the reasoning behind that is because it's dysphoria and it's uncomfortable to talk about, um, but it is necessary to talk about because I don't really talk about it with anyone, so I suppose getting it out there, putting it out there could maybe benefit me in the long run, I guess. I'm gonna start out with like the things that don't bother me so much first. And overall appearance used to be my biggest dysphoria, and it was my biggest dysphoria. But when I look back on it, it wasn't as bad as it could have been because I didn't know what it was like to be more masculine. So therefore, I didn't exactly have anything to compare that to. I didn't know I wasn't familiar with the little things that really made somebody look more masculine. Um, just like my face filling out, I didn't know that my face would ever be able to fill out to make me look more masculine. I didn't know my shoulders could broaden to make me look more masculine. Although I do remember actually like picture image in the third person in my brain. In I think I was in either second or third grade, wearing my Chump T-shirts. I don't know if anybody had Chump T-shirts, but they were the shit, and I wish I still had them. But I loved. I had my favorite one. It was red, blue lettering on the front, with a little Chump guy on it. And anytime I wore that shirt, I noticed myself putting my shoulders back because it just made me feel more broad, more masculine. Because I just that was the way that I perceived boys. And I had a bowl haircut in second or third grade. My mother let me cut my hair however I wanted, um, and I always wanted boy haircuts. And but that shirt in particular was one of those that made me notice my shoulders more, and I wanted to broaden them. But like things like that, I never noticed so much. As I got older, there were like little things. I wish I had bigger muscles, and I wish I didn't look like such a girl in the face. I wish I didn't have such high cheekbones or such like blue eyes or like I don't know. I feel like females have this sparkle in their eye that males don't have, and I've always noticed that. And maybe you guys, if you don't notice it, just look a little closer, and I'm pretty sure that you'll notice it. Um, it's just like I don't know if you'd say I don't know. It's just like a twinkle almost. Like girls have like shinier eyes, I guess you could say. Um, and that was one thing that always bugged me, and it's kind of an awkward thing, and because nobody really ever pays attention to it, but it was just one of those things for me that bugged me. Um, some other things, I never had very much definition in my legs, so my entire life I've mostly worn pants or very long shorts, and that just kind of hid my legs and like just the feminineness to them. Like, not that girls don't have toned legs, but even if my legs were toned, I still had very feminine legs, regardless of hair or not. Um, but I'd even still, I'd hate my legs now because I'm just lazy and don't work out. And if I had more muscle and more tone, I'd probably be more comfortable wearing shorts. But um, another thing would be like hips and like love handles and the structure of my stomach and my torso. All those things for me are not very masculine, and that's I have a full length mirror in my room, and not to be awkward, but anytime I'm changing, as much as I hate to look at myself in the mirror with no clothes on, I do it and just like wish that tea would make my torso longer or get rid of like my hip bones or my feminine features when it comes to my body. But it's not going to help me as much as I wish it would, and it's just something that I'm going to have to learn to be more comfortable with over time. And I think as my other masculine features come out, I think that stuff will just slowly but surely not bother me so much. Um, I think the biggest overall body thing for me right now is definitely my ass. I have ass dysphoria because I just have a huge ass, and I can't. There's nothing I can do about it. I've always had a ghetto booty, and I mean, people point it out to me all the time, which is probably why it bothers me so much because I know it's that noticeable. Um, and I mean, it's really not. It's got. I mean, for to me, I feel like it's gotten smaller since I've started taking hormones, and I mean, it probably has because of the whole fat redistribution thing going on, but it's still definitely there, and it's something that I could definitely probably cure with a gym membership, um, but that's gonna take some time, and I don't know. It's just gonna take a while, and eventually, over time, I'm sure I'll be able to get rid of it. Um, Other dysphoria would have to be dick dysphoria. Doesn't bother me a whole bunch until I get to the point of being intimate with somebody, and it really it kicks my ass, and it keeps me from enjoying the moment to its fullest extent. Um, I have yet to have to like stop doing anything because of that. But it's still it's just it's so uncomfortable for me that I don't know. I can't enjoy myself. It's really hard. I get more satisfaction out of making somebody else feel good than I would get out of somebody trying to make me feel good because it would just be on my mind the whole time. Um Anyways, I hate talking about that because it just the more I think about it, the more frustrated I get. If it wasn't dysphoria for me, then I wouldn't pack, and I do. So therefore, that's my cure for right now. Um, and then last but not least, biggest of anything is definitely chest dysphoria. I've had chest dysphoria before I even knew I was trans. I never related it to that prior to coming out as trans because I came out as trans as soon as I noticed it. But prior to that, I hated having a chest. I've never wanted a chest. I remember going through phases of talking about, ooh, I wished my chest was bigger, but that was me trying to fit in with my girlfriends, and because all my girlfriends were like all excited about developing breasts and wanting to get implants and all of the above. Um, but for me, I only said those things to fit in. I said a lot of things because for a really long time I just wanted to fit in with whether it was the guys or the girls. And when I hung out with my guy friends, I mean, biggest talk was our muscles and fucking being badass and kicking the shit out of people, and I was able to play that role pretty well. And then when I was with my girlfriends, it was all about, ooh, I hope this person likes me, and I can't wait until I get bigger boobs, and how does my ass look in these jeans? You know what I mean? Like that's all. I just I adapted to both sides of the spectrum very well because I just wanted to fit in, and here I am now, fitting in very well with how I'm finally comfortable, but I still have a chest, and I can't stand having a chest, and I wanted to have chest surgery before I even started taking hormones, but it's impossible. Um, it's impossible for me now without a fucking job. And I mean, I suppose there's other ways to go about it, and I'm gonna have to figure something out real soon because I'm just gonna go crazy. Um, I don't know how I've made it through this summer as well as I've had, but I honestly, it's not a very good summer for me. I mean, the people who I'm surrounding myself with make it way better than it could have been. Um, but I want to go swimming, and I don't really unless I'm at home and it blows. I'd like to go out to the quarry and to the beach and to the lake and just enjoy myself, but I can't. I'm running out of time, but I mean, I think I touched base on just about everything, so hopefully this helps me out by throwing it out there, and hopefully it helps somebody else out later on.